Now, back to the PM's new plan to combat the explosion of anti-Semitism in this country. Joining me now is Peter Wertheim, AM, Co-Chief Executive Officer of the Executive Council of Australian Jewry, who was at today's press conference. Peter, thanks for coming on. You may have heard some of the criticisms I had about this. The plan itself seems good, but the government is just considering it at this stage. Are you confident that most of the recommendations will be adopted?
I think they will be, to the extent that government is the party that needs to be the respondent to the report. Don't forget, this report covers many different sectors in Australian society because anti-Semitism is coming from many different sectors, and you've covered this in previous news reports. It's coming from the university sector, from the arts and culture sector, from social media. Even the healthcare sector and its regulator are a problem. And so the response has to come in a united way and a coordinated way from society. Certainly government has to give the leadership, and I think the Prime Minister has committed to doing that. I thought his comments at the press conference and those of the Home Affairs Minister were especially strong and welcome. But it doesn't just sit on the government to be the actor in this. Government has to give the leadership, and we need cooperation from all the other sectors of society where the problem is emanating from.
I agree with you. He did sound stronger today, as did Tony Burke, and I was pleased to see that. But I think a lot of people have had enough of just strong words and want to see some strong action. If Albanese had to focus on prioritising some of the recommendations, there's plenty in here. Which, in your view, are the most urgent for government and other sectors to implement?
I would say the education recommendations are the most urgent because they are the ones that shape attitudes and affect attitudes the most directly. And we're not just talking about the university sector here, we're talking about school education, beginning in the very earlier stages of school education all the way through to senior school level. So there's work to be done there in the curriculum in terms of professional development. And then there's a broader education function as well, educating the corporate sector, educating university administrators, educating people who are engaged in social media administration and so on about the nature and forms that anti-Semitism takes today in the 21st century, not the forms that they took 100 years ago, and so that they understand the full import of what contemporary anti-Semitism looks like. And can understand also as well the historical context out of which it arose. Those education measures that are being recommended across a number of different sectors, with obviously the imprimatur of government, are going to be critical because they are the ones that will actually have the most long-term impact.
Well, I hope your confidence is well placed and many of them will be implemented soon. Thank you so much, Peter Wertheim.